Hi guys, how you doing? And welcome to week two. So here's what we have. I just kind of want to go through this stuff for week two. Um, so what I'm going to do is just I want to go through the assignment. So I'm going to spend most of the time on that. I only want to take about 5 minutes of your time or so. So make sure that you read through these. Okay, the course lectures. Some of these have directly to do with what you're going to be turning in for a week two assignment one, so please keep that in mind. So let's look at week two assignment one. We have this download your portfolio audit form and fill it out according to the changes suggested. Now, I want you to address your attention to this. Here's the portfolio audit form. And, during week one, we just kind of, I'm still kind of trying to make sure that all the pieces are accounted for. Set forth by the requirements from the department. So, so that's why I spent most of the first week. And if you look at your comments, it's mostly on, make sure that we include this, this, and this. I didn't really talk about the work that much because it's important to meet the requirements first. So what we're going to do this week is we're going to go ahead and submit from the week two portfolio audit form. You can see what's due week two is the 5 collateral. Here we are, week two. We have the 5 collateral design examples and your thumbnails / process book due this week. So we go back to the classroom and we go back to week two assignment one. And you have steps to success here. Now, after looking at that portfolio audit form, this is the remainder of the assignment for this week two assignment one. It's a written assignment. It's kind of a little, think of it as an essay or a short-term paper. And everything you need to know is in the course resources, the book, and of course the course lectures. So I want to run this by you guys, okay? This is going to take a long time for you. Portfolio takes a long time. And to assemble a portfolio in 6 weeks is really moving at lightning speed. On top of that, we have these written assignments each week. So I want to give you this kind of a balance type thing. I'm thinking if you spend 85% of your work time on your actual portfolio itself and spend 15% of your time on the written portion. I'm not saying blow the written portion off. Do it right, cite your sources, do everything that's expected of you. But think of that. Just think of that as kind of a target. 85%, because you're going to find out it's going to take a minute here to put our portfolios together. Okay, so and then of course you have your review and critique, guys. I do ask questions in discussion board in your thread. If you have a question in your thread that you don't answer, technically I need to deduct points for. Okay, so I don't always ask questions, but if I do, you're required to answer them, okay? Otherwise, my hands are tied. And of course, if you don't respond to each other, that's deductions as well. But you guys are good. So week two, assignment 2. Okay, this is the one where we're going to work on our refinements for this week. Now, as you can see, the assignment says it's every time I teach a portfolio class, it's just so difficult to try to keep everything in order. So I'm sorry if these are, if there's a lot to try to juggle around here. But anyways, this week we have, you're going to deliver week 2 portfolio items from your portfolio audit form. And that's that form that I had just shown you there. So as we look at week 2, we can see the 5 collateral pieces in the thumbnails process book. Okay. And then for the descriptions, just take a look at this. It's really important, okay? Title of the piece, purpose of the piece, who the piece was created for, and the last one is your choice, maybe the software you were used or something like that. Okay, short descriptions. These are going to go on each page, so pay attention to those. Okay, let me show you an example of what this successful submission for this looks like. Okay, here's section 2, collateral design. Okay, brochure. The designer describes the brochure, and then we go through collateral piece number 1. Okay, that's her collateral. piece, okay? Then we go section 2, collateral design, individual ad, okay? So that's her second collateral piece. Section 2, collateral design, poster, okay? And then she describes it, and then there's the poster. So she's doing this really nicely. So there's a description and then an example. A description and an example, okay? So what we do is, what we do is you turn this in, and I'll make comments to make it a more, like, for example, here you have these spaces here. I would comment that that typography needs to be fixed. So then you could go back, fix it, and then resubmit it by the end of the week. Okay, and so on and so forth. This is a wonderful example of a sketch page for your thumbnails. That's all you need, guys. That's it. And then that works into the process book, which works into the final piece. Okay, so that's a wonderful example of the thumbnails process book for week 2. I'll go through it real slow. Okay, nothing major. Okay, so that's what we're looking at. Okay, so if you guys have any questions on that, please get with me. Otherwise, I think everyone's doing really, really good stuff, and I'll be looking forward to seeing you guys in discussion board this week. Thanks.